The skies of Itran Prime were red with smoke and thick with plasma fire. Ash rained from the atmosphere like cursed snow. The jungle moon had once teemed with life. Violet-leaf trees, towering fungal stalks, and phosphorescent beasts. But now, all of it trembled under the boots of war. Private Marcus Devereux, bloodied and nearly deaf from the last barrage, crouched behind the twisted remains of a Zarn battle strider. Its pilot had already been reduced to steaming pulp. He was alone now. His squad had been wiped out in the ambush 3 clicks south. The enemy, Zarn shock troops, were faster, fiercer, and better armed. Humanity's coalition with the native Eladrin people hadn't been enough to stop this front's collapse. He wiped a smear of soot from his visor and pressed the side of his helmet. Command, this is Devereux. Alpha Squad is down. Repeat, down. I'm heading northeast toward Rendezvous Point Echo 7. Minimal supplies, out of ammo. Request evac. Only Static replied. Marcus sighed. Figures. He rose, slinging his empty rifle across his back, and moved carefully between the broken trees and scorched craters. His boots crunched over burned leaves, and the constant low-frequency hum of a dying energy shield buzzed in the distance. Then he heard it, an inhuman cry. Apish, desperate. He froze, scanning the horizon. Just beyond a collapsed ridge, he spotted the telltale flicker of bioluminescent blood, a rich indigo trail. Another cry. It was female, middle. Marcus followed the trail cautiously. Every sound in the jungle could be a predator, and not all of them walked on 2 legs. He found her lying half-buried under the roots of a toppled hexwood tree. A female Eladrin warrior. Her flesh, scaled and semi-translucent, was smeared in dirt and blood. Her armor was cracked along her left thigh, and what remained of her leg was shredded down to bone and sinew. Her golden eyes flared wide with terror when she saw him. "Shoo," he said, dropping his rifle and lifting his palms. "I'm not Zarn. I'm human. United Earth Coalition." She hissed in pain, grabbing at the hilt of a curved knife at her hip. "Stay back." Marcus slowly knelt beside her. "You're bleeding out. That leg's going septic. If I don't stop it now, you're going to die." "I do not need your pity," she spat, her breath shallow. "Good," he said. "Because I don't have any." He opened his med pack. "I've got coagulant foam, nanite injectors, and 1 shot of Reganex. It's designed for humans, but it might just work for you." She was panting, sweat glistening on her scaled brow. "Why help me? You owe me nothing." Marcus didn't look up. He was already injecting foam into the wound, sealing the worst of the bleeding. "Because I buried 3 Eladrin last week who died fighting at my side. One of them took a spear meant for me. He didn't owe me anything either." Her eyes fluttered. Her name came out on a whisper. "Tverin. I'm Marcus." She passed out just as he plunged the Reganex injector into the veins near her hip. The nanites swarmed, weaving a silvery web over her wounds. He exhaled. "Stay alive, Tverin." Hours passed. Marcus set up a small shelter with camo netting and waited, rifle propped nearby. Night fell like a predator's blanket, quiet and cold. Tverin woke with a grunt. She looked down at her leg in disbelief. The swelling had stopped. The gory mess was now a hard silver sheath of healing mesh. "You saved me." "I stabilized you," he corrected. "Still might lose the leg, but the Reganex is doing its thing. You'll live." She blinked, dazed. "I should not be alive. My own kin would have left me." Marcus looked at her. "That's not how we do things." She sat up slowly, groaning. Your medicine is strange. The nanites. They talk in my blood. Yeah. That's the fusion AI protocol. They're mapping your tissue and adapting. Could be why you're not dead. Her gaze softened. Why do you care so much for those not your kind? He leaned back against a rock. Because war is ugly enough. If I can give someone a shot at living, I take it. They were quiet for a while. She finally spoke. My tribe considers weakness a death sentence. My survival will mark me as defective. Marcus chuckled dryly. Then you'd fit in great with us humans. We worship our defects. Turn them into superpowers. Tverin studied him. You're strange, Marcus. Thanks. By the next day they were moving. Slowly. Tverin limped heavily, leaning on a long stick. The Regenex had kept her leg intact, though walking was excruciating. Still, her pride refused to let him carry her. They journeyed northeast, using Marcus's map to track toward Echo 7. Along the way, they encountered the aftermath of battles. Shattered tanks, charred armor, the occasional whisper of ghostly communications on the radio. Despite the danger, a quiet camaraderie bloomed. Tverin taught Marcus how to read jungle signs, the way birds scattered before Zarn patrols, how the trees drooped when plasma coils fired nearby. In return, Marcus taught her how to disarm traps and hack abandoned UEC drones for power cores. She was stubborn, proud, and prone to sarcasm once she trusted him. He liked that. They found Echo 7 reduced to rubble. No evac ships, no backup, only wreckage and smoke. Tverin looked at him with unspoken dread. We're not going to make it out of here, are we? She asked. Marcus kicked a loose panel of hull plating. We will. Your optimism borders on insanity. It's a human thing. Suddenly motion sensors pinged. A Zarn patrol, 6 of them, emerged from the mist, armored in bone and steel, weapons raised. Marcus dove for cover, shoving Tverin behind a boulder. She groaned, her injured legs screaming in protest. I cannot run, Marcus. Then we hold. He handed her his sidearm and pulled the last grenade from his vest. We're going to die, she muttered. Marcus grinned. Probably. But if I have to go out, I'm dragging those bastards with me. She looked at him, her throat tight. You are more Eladrin than human. Then let's die like warriors. They opened fire. But death did not come. A brilliant flash of blue streaked overhead, followed by the roar of plasma cannon fire. The Zarn were vaporized before they even reached the boulder. Marcus blinked upward in disbelief. A human gunship, the Vigilant Storm, hovered above, its wings bristling with weapons. A voice crackled in his helmet. Private Devereaux, you're a hard bastard to find. We tracked your emergency beacon. Figured someone might be dumb enough to survive out here. Ready for pickup. Marcus whooped. You're damn right I am. He turned to Tverin. Looks like we've got a ride. She smiled, faint and grateful. I thought you were bluffing. I always bluff. That's another human thing. Ending. The medbay aboard the Vigilant Storm was clean, warm, and smelled of antiseptic and citrus, an almost divine contrast to the blood and mud of Itran Prime. Tverin lay in a biobed, her leg fully encased in a regeneration pod. Human and Eladrin tech fused around her, knitting muscle and nerve with stunning precision. Marcus sat nearby, eating a nutrition bar. Doctor says your leg's gonna make it. She looked at him. I owe you my life, Marcus Devereaux. He shook his head. You don't owe me a damn thing. You earned it. You stayed alive. You fought. Her voice grew quiet. No one's ever fought for me. Not like you did. He shrugged, suddenly self-conscious. Well, maybe someone should have.